Hey everyone. I wanted to talk with you guys today about this Fab Emily thing that's going around on the internet. And the reason why I wanted to do a video on this is because remember when Chris Brown, and I hate to bring up Chris Brown, but this is a perfect example. Remember when Chris Brown and Rihanna had their incident? Everyone jumped on the bandwagon, well, almost everyone jumped on the bandwagon and said, Chris Brown is an animal, he's a woman beater, he's this, he's that, he's everything, right? Poor Rihanna. And yes, that was an unfortunate situation that occurred for both people. But here's the thing, we didn't know the backstory until recently. Brown said events came to a head when the unidentified woman he had previously had sexual relations with approached the couple at the event. He insisted he didn't know the woman would be in attendance. The ceremony's about to start and she's just crying. Brown recalled after the event with Rihanna, she got over it. She started drinking a little bit. We both was drinking a little bit. We were both drinking a little bit, laughing, joking, and then we left. That night, Rihanna discovered a text message from the woman on Brown's phone, which led her to believe he knew the other woman would be there. So now she's establishing him as a liar. You lied to me not only about you and this woman being sexual, but here she is sending you text messages and I'm reading it in your phone. So now I really don't like you. I really don't trust you. Listen, I've been there. He then goes on to say, she starts going off, she throws the phone. I hate you. Then she starts hitting me. She hits me a couple of more times and it doesn't go from translation to let's sit down. I'm telling you the truth. It goes to now I'm going to be mean and evil. I remember she tried to kick me, but then I really hit her with a closed fist. I punched her. I busted her lip, he recalled. When I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, fuck, why the hell did I hit her? From there, she just spit in my face. Pause. Now, you guys know that's the ultimate way to get somebody to react in the most monstrous way. He had already done something bad, right, by punching her. But now she spit in his face. So guess what's going to happen after that? I mean, just imagine what you would do if someone spit in your face. I'm just saying. She spit blood in my face and it enraged me even more. The fight continued until Brown pulled the car over, which caused Brianna to take the keys out of the car. She takes the keys out of the car and fakes it like she throws them out the window. I get out of the car and I'm looking for the keys and somebody yelled and she yells out her door, help, he's trying to kill me. Looking back at that time, and the photo of Rihanna's bruised face, Brown says, that's not me. I look back at that picture and I'm like, that's not me, bro. That's not me. I hate it to this day. That's going to haunt me forever. Now he's saying that internally, this is going to haunt him forever. But we all know the world is holding that against him as well. And so I brought up this article because in my conversation with my daughter, I said to her, we don't know what's happened between Fab and Emily. prior to him allegedly knocking out her 2 front teeth. We don't know. And I'm going to share something with you guys that only me and the person I did it to knows. I was going through my ex-husband's phone, and there was a text message there. And this wasn't the first time I had caught him doing things that he should not have been doing. This is where living and learning comes in. So my reaction was to attack him. And it wasn't to attack him because of what I read. I attacked him because he lied. He was trying to make me seem like I was crazy, like I was inventing things, like I was making up stories. But anyways, he did that and I attacked him. Here's the thing. He didn't react. He just walked away. However, if he had reacted, he would have been well within his right to, because I had attacked him first. And I always say this now to women, especially my daughter: don't ever put your hands on a man unless he puts his hands on you first. Because if you physically attack him, he has every right to respond. Men are not robots. They're human beings with feelings. And even though they're stronger on an average, they're stronger than us, they still can be physically hurt. And so you have no right, just because you are emotionally raging, to then turn around and lash out physically on a man. He has every right to defend himself. The only time a woman has the right to put her hands on a man is if he lays hands on you first. And I tell her, and I will tell every woman listening, every girl and every woman listening to this video, you don't ever put your hands on a man first, but if he lays hands on you, you better pick up the biggest, heaviest thing you can and lay his motherfucking ass down. You make sure he doesn't get up. And that's not to say to kill him, but to make sure that motherfucker can't catch you. And then you get out. But you don't ever put your hands on a man first, ever. If you're having this emotional buildup and you can't find a way to release it, sit on your hands. Sit on your hands until you can get home. Because once you unleash that type of rage on anybody, how do you expect them to react? And I know in this society, we are so conditioned as women and men to allow this type of behavior from women. Oh yeah, she just hit me. Oh yeah, she just punched me. Oh yeah, she spit in my face. And guys are just supposed to go, didn't hurt. Or, and wipe the spit off. It's just spit. No. The other thing is, and this is from the woman's perspective, guys need to stop lying. Get out of the relationship. If you do not want to be in the relationship with the woman, and just to be honest, it seems as if Fab was never really committed to having a fruitful and monogamous relationship with her. It always seemed like he was 1 foot out the door anyways. I remember her being on Love and Hip Hop. I think it was Love and Hip Hop. And she talked about his infidelity a lot. She talked about him cheating on her numerous times and her still sticking around and him never marrying her. And she was bothered by that. And then from the father's perspective, the father, I remember him saying to Fab, you're a coward. Because Fab was saying in the video, and you guys can watch the video if you haven't seen it already. I'll probably link it in the description. But the father says to Fab, that's my fucking daughter, you coward. And I'm looking at the father, and I'm understanding his frustration and his pain. But 50% of his frustration is with Emily, right? Because I'm sure time and time again he said to her, get out of this relationship. Like, this is not healthy for you. Let's forget about the abuse, because even though I believe this isn't his first time laying hands on her, I certainly don't believe that he would have gone to that extreme if that was the first time. So in other words, he's probably done something previously. Nobody goes on that type of rage and physical attack if it's the first time. So the father probably said to her numerous times, get out of this relationship. But the only person he can really take that anger out on is the man that's abusing his daughter. And even if it wasn't always physical, he was being madly disrespectful. And he was being emotionally and mentally, as well as psychologically abusive. Right? So I feel for the father, but at the same time, and I've said this to my own daughter, if you find yourself in an abusive relationship, and you try to get out of that abusive relationship the first time he hits you, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. I will help you move. I will protect you any way I can. Because as a parent, that's what you do. However, if I see that you are going back to an abuser, you are staying in a relationship with somebody that you know is going to eventually hit you again, I can't do anything for you. I can't protect you. I can't house you. I can't hide you. I can't do any of that. Because now you've put me in a position to where I will have to defend myself in order to defend you. Like, he would have to literally come through me to get to you. And I saw a story like this many years ago. I'll keep it short. The daughter went to her father and said, so-and-so is abusing me. I need you to protect me. And this had been ongoing. She kept going back to this guy. She had children with this guy. She would not leave this guy. And even when she left, she'd stay gone for a few months and then go back. One day she called her father and she said, Dad, so-and-so's hit me again. The father came over, only this time he came with a gun. The father shot and killed the man. The daughter became a witness for the prosecution of her father, for the murder of her abuser. You don't have to live these lessons to learn from them. There is no way I'm ever going to spend and risk my life, my freedom, to protect someone who would turn against me in favor of her abuser. You guys leave your comments in the box below. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention before I close out this video. When Emily called, in the video you will see, or when you read through the accounts of the events, Emily called her father and her brother after he had allegedly abused her. But she didn't call her family members to help her move her stuff out of the house. She called them so that they would come and remove the guns. Now, this man is abusing you. He's beaten you, knocked out her 2 front teeth, allegedly. And you call your father and your brother to remove the guns and not you?